the most beautiful part of being from the border. Basically, that you get to experience both sides of different cities, countries, literally, and that you get to make your identity both. You get to be Mexican, you get to be American, and then you just merge them and make yourself. I was born in El Paso, and I have been living in Juarez my whole entire life. And it's very special to me to call both places home. Since I was very little, my mom had to just keep working. She had me, and then it was a month later, or less than a month, she had to go back to work. It's at a Western wear store downtown in El Paso. She would say goodbye to me in the mornings and then come back at night and tuck me in bed, but I wouldn't see her like the whole day. She said that she would cry a lot because she would never see me awake, so.
Si quieres café, ¿quieres café? ¿Eh?
So, like, the person who basically raised me was my grandma. She would cook for me and she would play with me. She would do everything that we needed here at home, so I would just come back from school and just do my school thing.
Ya le puse salsa. No puedo. Tiene chile.
I started my education here at 3 years old in preschool here in Juarez. And then after I graduated 6th grade, my mom wanted me to get my education in El Paso because I'm a U.S. citizen. So she didn't want to keep me all of my life here in Juarez.
Mira, un bebecito.
Mire, mi mamá siempre con el uniforme.
Pues sí, a todas horas. Mira, qué seriedad.
De todos.
Todos. Muy bonita. Mi baby.
¿Usted quería que yo fuera a la escuela allá en El Paso? ¿Por qué?
Que tuvieran varias opciones siempre para salir adelante. Mi sueño era ser doctora, pero pues no se pudo, porque era costosa. Hasta secundaria llegué.
¿Y luego?
Y luego entré a trabajar.
¿Qué era lo que usted quería para mí, por ejemplo?
Verte graduar un día.
No llore, no llore.
Miren.
No, verlos a todos mis nietos graduar. Es mi sueño. Pues regularmente uno como padre dice que es la herencia que les puede dejar a sus hijos, ¿verdad? Que estudien, que se preparen para que no vayan a batallar en un futuro. Y lo mejor es que sigan estudiando.
So I have been crossing every single day for 10 years to get to El Paso. You have to just schedule your day around the line. I know that I'm gonna get out at 5 p.m. of work or class. I know that I'm pretty much gonna get stuck in line for like 2 hours or 3 hours. It's a little overwhelming and you feel tired.
Hi.
Hello.
Anything to declare?
A few cameras and equipment. Thank you. But I think it's more privilege and benefits that you get from it and that you feel from it rather than the bad parts. So after high school, I started in the University of Texas at El Paso doing my bachelor's in social work, and now I'm doing my master's in there as well. Dr. Moya is the chair of the social work department. She picked up the phone when I needed it. I explained to her, like, I want to apply for the program, but I really need some guidance. But yeah, a lot of my professors, they do share the same experiences. So they have all been very, very understanding of my situation. And I think that if it would have been different, I think I also would have been a different person, maybe with a different career path.
Some of us just don't know any other way of functioning in the context of the U.S.-Mexico border. You know, I look at Viviana and I remember my story, being a borderlander like Viviana, living in Ciudad Juarez, commuting daily. And so to have our department have a focus on social work on the border region and Viviana's exposure to understanding systems on both countries, it's a gift. It's a very special talent. And how I wish that more students would have that opportunity, because it makes you twice as resourceful.
I just feel like I've barely got into the program and now I'm graduating.
It has been fast because you're on a very sort of like fast track trajectory as well. But if you feel like you don't want to go, you can always stay. But it sounds like already the world is waiting. And is waiting for Viviana Mitre to sort of like walk into the work setting, working directly with families, right, and children. Yes.
Right now I'm doing my internship at El Paso Independent School District. The kids that we're working with are from Mexico as a whole. Some of them don't even know what a GPA is, or like prom, Thanksgiving. Do you think we need to touch on like friendships, since they have been
struggling with that?
Yeah. At first I saw that they were a little skeptical, but when I told them, like, yeah, like I'm from Juarez and I speak Spanish as well, I get it. I was also going like through a similar experience, and I think that's earned their trust. So it's comforting for me as well to be able to help someone the way I would have wanted someone to help me when I was a student.
To communicate with the client. So how should we approach that? So what she did was she actually wrote it for us.
I'll look for it and then I'll send it to you. Okay. I think it was like social work class something. I don't remember. Sometimes coming back to Juarez, that's when sometimes the bridges are closed and it's like, I just want to get home, and I basically live in another country and they're not letting me into my country, like in my home country. So I'm like, how do I get home, you know? So I just have to stay hours and hours in El Paso to just try and get there. I get super anxious, I get super sad, and I just want to get home.
Madre, ¿estás en altavoz?
Yo pensé que sí, tú. ¿Dónde están, hija?
En el puente.
O sea, ¿tú estabas en El Paso? ¿Le falta mucho?
Estamos por la Zavala.
Uf. Ok, ahorita nos vemos.
Ok.
Bye, hija.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And when I was like, Mom, I'm tired, like I just want to drop it, and she was like, you better not. So I think that she really wanted me to do something that she didn't get to do.
Empecé a estudiar psicología porque me parecía interesante, pero no terminé. Hice solo 5 semestres.
Pero ya me lo acababas.
Y me puse a trabajar, esos no. Ya, descuidé la escuela. Pero yo pensé que ibas a estudiar para maestra.
Y si hubieras sabido que iba a costar tanto, ¿me hubieras dicho que lo hiciera?
Claro. Hablamos, yo te dije, tú me dijiste, ¿cómo vamos a pagar? Y yo te dije, adelante, Viviana, adelante. Como sea, le hacemos, no sé. Ya, después.
Arrepentidísima.
Ay, Viviana. Es la mejor inversión que he tenido. Escogiste una carrera muy difícil, ¿no? Se necesita mucho estómago, más corazón, y lo que quiero es que lo pongas en práctica. Vas a ayudar a mucha gente. Eso es algo que me llena de orgullo, es algo que a mí siempre me gustó. Yo siempre he querido ayudar y todo, pero no, nunca supe.
My first internship was at El Paso Children's Hospital. So it's a place that basically shaped me to the social worker that I am right now. So I loved it and I wanted to go back. So as soon as I graduated from my bachelor's, the first thing that went into my mind was like, okay, now I can apply for the Children's Hospital.
Come on in.
I wanted to show you something.
Yes. Awesome. El Paso Children's.
Yeah.
The top hospital for children and families in the El Paso County area. May I give you a hug?
Yeah.
May I? Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Maravilloso. And so when are you starting?
I started Tuesday with the orientation.
Yes. I am so happy for you and so proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud. Wow. Felicidades.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
It's more official now that they gave it to me. So I
Yes.
was like, oh, let me show Dr. Moya.
Excellent. And so, and the next comes graduation. May. Education is that powerful, powerful process and growth that no one can take away from you. Not only the more education, but the more meaningful education that is grounded in communities that you're a part of. The more agency you have to move not only socially and economically, but you have additional set of tools and expertise to do for the world the things that need to be done. At the end of the day, you know, you are a first-generation student. I was a first-generation student. And, you know, my siblings or my kids or my family look to me as an example of what is doable and possible. How incredible. You know, the sky is the limit.
So to be a first-generation college graduate, that means to me that, like, I made it. It feels like so no one else did, but I did. My dream since I was a little girl, I wanted a house of my own and to get a house for my mom and my grandma and for all of us to live in there. They've given a lot of their life to me. So I think it's very important for me to just give them back a little bit of that time that they spend on me.